Good afternoon, everyone. Glad to see everyone here. My name is Shirley Gonzales, and I'm a member of the Durango City Council. And I just want to thank everyone for coming, and also for the city for allowing use of the space, John Robinette, who helped set up today, and all those involved in this press conference. So I want to start by just allowing a discussion for a timeline about how this came about. So some months back, I was approached by Ben and some other community folks about DeFlock cameras and their automated license plate detection. And I thought, why are we talking about this? It's a really old technology. They've had it for decades. And the city just bought it a couple of years back. It was $60,000. It wasn't expensive, and it's old technology. Why are we investing in it? But given now many conversations I've had with community folks, with people like Ben Peters, folks from the ACLU, Beatriz, Enrique from Compañeros, we know that the DeFlock was being used for other things than just license plate identification. In fact, they were being used in Durango and all over the country to identify non-documented people, and also just all of us. We are all being surveillanced in a way that's excessive, and we all know that there's something we can do about it. And so, working with some of the folks in this room, we have come up with an ordinance that I hope that my colleagues will support, that our police department can be comfortable with, and that the city can also know that they're being fully supported by the police, that the police is protecting their rights from criminals or negative activity. We know that DeFlock has been used in our community for its intended purpose, to catch criminals. We know that it's happened 2 or 3 times just in the last few months. So we do want the police to be able to use this service as it's intended. What we don't want is for it to be unlimited, unscripted, unsupervised, and being tracking all of us at all times. So this is what this ordinance will state. I jumped the gun and requested a few weeks back that we just eliminate DeFlock altogether. And that did not get overwhelming support from my colleagues. In fact, it got no support from my colleagues. And I suspect that there is a better way. And so that's why I'm really grateful that Ben and some of the other folks gave me time and really educated me and informed me about why this issue is so important. I'm not a technology person. I can barely operate my phone. But we do depend on others to educate us and inform us when they have that knowledge. And we do know that data is being used in ways that it was never intended. It's being used to track us, to track our every move, to identify every transaction we make, people that we communicate with, and that information can be used in a very negative way. And we also know that it's time for governments, elected officials at the local level, and at every level, to start imposing restrictions on how some of these technologies and this data can be used. So I'm very grateful for everybody who gave me an opportunity to try again, and I hope we can continue to do that and to dialogue as these issues evolve. So with that, I'm very honored to pass the microphone at the podium on to Enrique with Compañeros, and he's going to give more information about the DeFlock cameras.